Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, once again it's showtime. Hiya, how you doing? Brutus awaits. I did play a little bit more after stream last night. Not a bunch. Got a couple levels, but more importantly, I made myself a flame fire staff and an ice gauntlet. Not sure I'm going to stick with that. I will stick with at least one of them. So I had considered buying the Diablo IV expansion, but I couldn't justify it to myself. I don't think they've earned the money I already spent to get the Ultimate Edition on launch. But it certainly got a lot easier when we got to about an hour ago, and almost 2 hours ago, I guess, and it turned out, yeah, they're going to have a delay on their launch. Ah, Blizzard. You know, their launches used to be pretty good. Hey, we're back. And I have, made by me, the Fire Staff and the Ice Gauntlets. Both are of the Scholar. I used a couple of little trinkets I had to make sure that they had intelligence as stats, and threw some Azoth at them to make sure that I got a trait, and they each came up with a lifesteal. That person just finished a 4-star musical performance. Gathering luck increased by 5% for 9 minutes. I'm going to tip that guy. I now have a buff for an hour and a half to increase my odds of getting goodies when I harvest. An excellent performance, sir. Very nice. Very nice indeed. What do we have here? Mirador Shrine. What else we got? We've got a turn-in due north for fishing basics. What's the third thing I had? Face the Ancient Guardians at Mirador. Oh, I have 2 things at Mirador I need to get. Well, I guess we're off to Mirador then. But much better than running there the whole way would be to fast travel, using a little bit of my precious Azoth. Good evening to those who have joined me. That took about 700 meters off my travel. I don't think I can harvest this. Nope, that requires 100. My harvesting's pretty high now. Over 50, I think. Not quite, 46. Almost there. But you can see, for instance, there's a turkey in that direction. You can see it up on the top over there. At the compass at the top. And let's see, over there we've got a couple of plants that I can pick. That's what happens as you skill up. You get the ability to spot things from a very long distance away. You got Earth Spine. We've got a bunch of them scattered about here. Oh, that is a big honking gator. Ow, okay. Missed me. it tasked me, so I had to have it, you know. I got a scaly hide out of that. I'm smarter, still smarter, every day and in every way. I just get smarterer and smarterer. Still not bad with that gator, as they are tough. But I have flaming death magic. Go a little ways off the beaten path. See if we can stumble over iron. Hey, Vorp. Good evening. That's a wolf, level 12. I'm level 16, I think. 17. Oh, that's right, I just hit 17. We will continue to harvest any stuff we stumble over. Keep in mind, we've got extra chance for getting extra goodies because we took the buff in town. Done much with the fire staff, haven't just made it, so getting the hang of it again will be a while. Somehow that wolf dropped both a warhammer and a sheet of sheet music. Seems a little unlikely. But maybe I just don't know enough about wolves.
Such a small thing that causes such issues. Think of how unbalanced it all is.
Alright, I need 3 ancient orbs, and then I need to replace the verdant gemstone. That's an ancient artifact. I'm also wearing all light armor now, so my dodges actually are dodge rolls. Be a little bit more effective. Another ancient artifact. That's 2 out of 3. Oh, you little shitbag. Who does stuff like that? Okay. We have XP Phi, I think. So XP Fork. Notice I think the code we'll need to actually put in at some point. We'll grab the third one here. grab the loot first. Place the verdant gemstone. Open the other loot. And let's see, it was XP Phi. X. I did not hit that. There we are. That all I need to do here? Does appear to be all I need to do here. And like the wind, I am gone. None of you jerks are following me, right? All right. Okay. Let's see. 153 meters in that direction. Sure. We have got a couple more harvestable bits. Nope, I do not have 50 yet. Those require 50, and I'm at like 47. Turkey. It crossed my path. Didn't want to do it, but we got some feathers and some poultry. Not a lot of poultry. Kind of a paltry amount of poultry.
The druidic scroll.
The jewel has been replaced.
Did it. I may have sensed some kind of change in the floor.
Oh, I understand, all right.
Light
The
gloves.
two of you have decided to play noble heroes and save. I'm a bit disappointed. Oh, there's one of those.
Let's see. We got a life staff. We're not big on life staves around here. Let's see, we have 2 hammers. Salvage that one. I might want to try out some additional weapons, you know. We did get Dear Mr. Harrison, mandolin sheet music. We got gloves that are not as good as the gloves I made myself. Although they have condition, or constitution, I mean, instead of strength. After taking strike damage each time with this perk stacks. No. Better off. Okay. Back to
Everything
Nessa.
we're doing here,
All right, now over here. Did we miss something in there? Investigate? No, we didn't. Okay, it's over there. Got it. Right, it's fine. Everything's fine. It's just fine. More wolves. Fire Staff Mastery 4. Dun dun. I don't actually know what those icons. I think that means that there are chests of goodies, but I'm not sure. Sometimes some people just want to see the wolf burn. Pretty sure that's the way the saying goes. I don't know what that icon at the top of the map is. Oop, wolf. It must be. It's further away than it was a minute ago. It oughtn't to be moving like that. I'm guessing? I can't make it out. It looks like there's stuff, but also a tower? I don't know the icon. Honest to God, don't know what the icon is. Right, well, over here is the direction we need to be going, so we will. Investigate Falls Watch Overlook for any remaining tools of the ancients and collect an energized sphere. That is a keel snap pistolier. Evidently, I'm going to guess, given the nautical name that they're sporting, they are some kind of pirate. That they were some kind of pirate. Wolves. Higher level wolves. Well, let's stick to the rocks. Ooh. Iron. Nice. No one's going to hear me. The normal kind of quiet sound you hear in the middle of the night. Mining is up to 23. Another turkey. Wildcats or pumas. More iron. I'm not sure. Maybe at 25 it becomes visible on the compass at the top. I don't recall exactly. Well, we're up to 24, so if there happens to be any more just hanging around. Normally there are 2 or 3 nodes right next to each other. Not always, but most of the time. So that's what I'm looking for, is to see if there were any other nodes in the immediate vicinity. The answer was no. Ah, but we did get another point in our staff. Fire staff. Fireball? Fireball seems good. It's another turkey. Had to do it. Situation called for it. Not sure why, but it did. Now, I like the undead who crawl towards you. They're much better than the ones who just sort of sprint. Missed me. And the turkey just making a momentary visit to say hi. An ancient artifact. I need to collect the energized sphere. Apparently that was what I just did. Okay. You should be in that direction. 157 meters away, give or take. Part of me wants to leap off and glide, but that's not going to work. Yep, back to New World. With the new big patch coming up, with crossplay with consoles, I kind of want to get my groove back on. Trying to remember exactly how, how everything plays and feels. And that's the 15th. I actually like it too. I have liked it since I got into the alpha. But I do understand why people don't. and even why people can't understand why anyone would. It has a very different sort of core gameplay loop that for a lot of people it's just not going to be interesting. But for the people it works for, it tends to really grab them. Character creator is still awful.
Have a gleam
Minimal.
in your eye. You found something? The items you
I
helped
now
add
have
to my
an
collection
antique
suggest
bow.
multiple possibilities for the ancients' construct. It's clear they were the kind you... It's not clear, but probably some type of thralls who served
already
the
had a
ancients.
bow,
In
I
Amarine
thought. I guess I
Temple, I've
didn't.
heard speak
I'm
of an
trying to
ancient
collect them all.
taskmaster. If you can defeat it and bring me a piece of it, that would be an interesting find.
Where to now? Crafting is one of the strong points, except how grindy it is when you reach a certain point. The amount of grind required to make it to the next tier is painful. I certainly don't have a good alternate suggestion as to what they might do, but it is pretty brutal. Well, it looks like I have a quest to turn in there, and a quest to do there, and then a quest to turn in there. Those are all of my quests at present. So, I'm going to recall to the inn in Corinth capital. Yeah, I do like the crafting and gathering system. The gathering grind isn't as bad as the crafting grind, it seems like. But with new servers starting up on the 15th, it will be interesting to watch all of the stuff develop again. And Corinth conveniently has this one little location that often has a bunch of hemp. They could reduce the exponential material requirements instead of requiring each tier 2 requiring 2 additional materials than the previous just to be consistent. Yeah, there are a lot of things they could do. The crafting is very brutal to tier up after a certain point. It's not bad at all before that, but you get to a certain point and the additional amount of stuff required. By the way, the hemp here, this is not even for medicinal purposes. No, no, no. This is exclusively for use in making clothing. Obviously, I would never consider or condone using a hemp or hemp-related material in any way other than that which is appropriate to local and federal law. Pot. Hi, Satvik.
Oh, fine.
He made a deal with the pirates. I have proof. I will talk to Leovics. The Iron Room.
Yes, I saw
Okay,
the meeting
leave.
earlier.
There we
Making
go.
preparations to leave town. I'll go and speak with them straight away. In the meantime,
I will carry this over to Nessa.
Perfect timing. I've just come from Historian Moira, and I need your help.
Of course you do.
Moira says there's a map showing the shrine's locations engraved on a monument.
Can we
in
take
the
a rubbing
ancient
of it?
ruins
Because I'm an expert at
Breakwater
rubbing.
Bulwark.
So all we need to do is find the thing and I can rub one out on it.
Oh, great minds think alike. I've
See, she
already
wants me to rub one
procured
out
you some
too.
Charcoal and parchment. Oh, Moira also mentioned the bottomless cup has the first half of the map. Might be worth checking out before heading to Breakwater.
All right, so we have that and that. We also have that, which is for the fishing quest. Cast hook and reel in 3 fish for Master Fisher shields and deliver them to Master Fisher Ruby. Well, I don't have the 3 fish, but by the time I get to her, I can just, equip my fishing rod. More storage is almost always the correct answer when it's available. I do not have that fast travel point. Well then, I guess I'll just have to hoof it. Mounts become available at, I believe, level 25. For those who maybe purchased the game at launch, but didn't purchase the expansion they brought out, I don't know, what, 2 years ago? Something like that. The expansion will be given away free for those who log in on the 15th or thereafter. Basically, it has been added to the core game content. At least that's what I read. That was their statement on the matter. Official and all that. It's a black boar. Let's see. Black boar plus flame staff equals crispy bacon. Expansion was just last year? Well. What did I pick up? Some sticks? I wasn't interested in picking up sticks. Alright. We're getting close on tracking and skinning. I would like to... Let's see, we'll do a little harvesting. I see the news about crispy bacon. I did not. He's a good friend of mine. I've known him a very long time. We've had a lot of meals together. Oh, is there a meme? There's always a meme, isn't there? I don't think I can make that as a jump. Turkey sounds by yours truly. Oh, wolves. News anchor was involved as well as much laughter. Ah, yes. Yeah. Wolves. Almost at 29. Probably have a couple more wolves cross our path. Hey, look, a wolf crossing our path. That'll get us to 29, almost 30. Getting close. Up, 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 up. Iron. My mining is 25. And I now can track iron. I was correct. It is 25 to be able to track iron, which I always thought up on the compass looked like a stack of pancakes. Seriously. Wolf. Oop. Flaming butthole for that wolf. Well, I know for a fact that I can't chop these down, as they require 100 skill, and I ain't got that. But we do have some more iron. You can see the little pancake icons up there at the top. At least they look like pancake icons to me. They look like a stack of pancakes. Or maybe tortillas. I got a strange ore. And that's the advantage of taking the buff that the guy hit the 4-star music in town, and I accepted the buff and gave him a 10 gold tip, and that gave me a 90-minute buff to get lucky and get extra goodies from my harvesting and whatnot. Okay, so far we are not having any special difficulties in descending. Sometimes you can start do a partial descent down steep slopes like this and find yourself having gotten yourself out onto a place where there's no good place below you to jump to. Hey, look, more pancakes. Or tortillas. I'm now carrying 272 ore. I do like to try and keep an eye out behind and to the sides, as there are things that are unfriendly. And sometimes they will attack you from behind, because they're not friendly. More hemp. Insert or pot joke here. I have to investigate the bottomless cup to find a map. That doesn't look like a cup. It looks like a busted ass bridge. The bottomless cup. Evidently I was wrong. Let's grab the river cress, because we're here and we can. How about a fireball? Missed me. Missed me. That's all. Okay, again with fireball, I think. Well, you know, the fireball seems to be working out just fine so far, so... Oh, sure, why not? Oh, two of them. One of the new things that is coming with the expansion on... expansion is not quite the right word. The new stuff on the 15th is swimming. Pardon me, I have to rub one out. There we go, I've rubbed one out. This guy is a level 15 bossy dude. I am going to take my chances. What the shit was that? Oh, he's got arrows. Miss me again. Miss me again. Not very good at this, are you, dude? It gives me access to his fat looty chest, and there's something else down there that I want to get to. Although there's another unpleasantness alongside here. Whoop! Oh, it's 2 deadites. Time for me to go. Oh, and that's respawn's always not fun. I mean, they're necessary if you're trying to kill a mob that somebody else just killed. But generally speaking, not fun at the respawn bit. Am I still being followed is the question. Well, one of them's still running after me, but I think he's about to give up. He's coming. He's still coming. He would have been well advised to not keep coming, but I'm fine with that. Gotta be really frustrating for him, though. Never seen an ass bridge before? Can you walk across them? Yes, you can. Are you may be familiar with XKCD's law of the dash ass, which says that we must all, anytime we see a something ass something, where it's something dash ass, instead you move the ass the way you just did. So it's a big ass bridge, which becomes a big ass bridge. For those of you who are not familiar with XKCD, it is by far the best stick figure cartoon on the internet, and is easily found by going to www.xkcd.com. And he chose that name because it was one of the very last 4-letter .coms available at the time. So we got lots of deadites over there. And I think we got to do a kind of a jumping puzzle here. To get up to there to rub out another one. Because if you don't know anything about me, rubbing one out is something I live for. I have copied the second part of the map. I'm there. The bad guys are there. There's a nice big fat chest down there. Is it worth my wading through a whole shitload of magical dinks? Maybe. Oh, we got a magical dink right below me. We got multiple magic dinks right below me. Don't assume I can recall to end. Sure, I'm gonna recall to the end. Who needs Scotty? I have the power of magic.
Once again, you show up just in time.
Ah, well,
Can I see the map rubbing?
it's my deal. It's what I do. It's who I am.
Yeah. Now yes, of course, we all can. But we need the information the speaker possesses. You'll have to...
Before you counsel... Yes, very well. I'll stay my blade.
Before I leave town to do more questing, I will smartificate myself a little bit more. But also, the hemp has regrown. You can tell this is a mature server because that shit's never going to last a couple of minutes. when the new servers go live. Hemp and iron are both in great demand early in a new server. So you'll have to choose a new archetype on the new servers. They've got 7 archetypes. Each archetype gives you a couple of weapons to start with. 2 specific ones for each. So Occultist, for instance, has Fire Staff and Ice Gauntlet. And each one will also get 3 specific crafting disciplines at 50 to start with. So, for instance, I know, again, Cultist gets jewel crafting and mining, and I don't remember what the third one is at 50. What we want to do right here, obviously, is make a bunch of iron ingots. And so for a lot of people, my smelting is now 40, because he who smelted it dealt it. I'm not ever going to stop making that bad joke. So there are a couple of different ways you can approach that. You can go with the crafting stuff that you think you can use to make money, or that you think you can use to make useful stuff for yourself and or your friends. Also, as you go through the storyline, you will get gear based on those initial weapons you start with, and whatever armor you'll be starting with. So, for instance, presumably for an occultist, it would be light, and for the big tanky guy who gets with a greatsword as one of his starting weapons, presumably that would be heavy. And I am at level 18. At level 20, I believe I'll be able to make magnificent pants, and at 22, I think I can make magnificent boots. We already have a life staff, and that is a better life staff, so we will salvage that one. Perfectly salvaged. I got some arcane scraps. So, yeah, the boots are level 23, and the pants are also level 23. I could have sworn they were 20. I would have sworn incorrectly, it seems. PvP replicas. Not really a PvPer. Bags. Need a bunch of coarse leather. And that, by default, has plus 105 weight, whereas the one I currently have is plus 105 weight. Oh, and it has extra pockets, so it holds 53 more weight, so it's plus 158 more weight. No need to make one if the one I got is so much more delicious and tasty, nutritious. And who doesn't want magnificent pants? Well, every pair of pants I wear is magnificent to start, so I have that going for me. Nobody's buying that. All right, that's understandable. We should drop our stuff off in our stash. Let's see. Not the food, not the attribute food. The cooking stuff, craft mods, resources, arcana. I like to keep a little bit of green wood and flint around so that I can make a camp if I have to. Weaving, leatherworking, smelting, reagents, and jewel crafting. And what do you got for me, Marcel?
You and that brute Leovix are up to something, aren't you? He's been eyeing me like a hungry wolf.
I must say,
misplaced.
When it comes to the accents that they have chosen to pay for the voice actors to have, they spared expense. I have your hat, Marcel. One chance to come clean.
My hat? Well, I believe I lost that in town. Huh? Someone must have picked it up. My hat proves nothing.
Do you think Leovix will believe that?
Ah, merde! Fine.
Well, he correctly
None of
pronounced
this was
shit.
my idea, you realize, eh? Francis convinced me that we would both get rid of this plan.
Where are the verdant
Is a fool to me.
gemstones?
Those cursed things. Superstition or not, I never wanted anything to do with them.
Yes, it's in Town Hall. I remember seeing it there.
I only know he has one of the jewels stashed in the town.
Never trust the Frenchies. It's over here because I saw it the other day when I was poking around in here. It wasn't glowing like this with a big number 1 over it, but there was a big green gem there. Speak with Francis Turner. Hey, Frankie.
Ah, but this is so unlike you. Why are you snooping around here? Sit down and have a drink with me. If there's some misunderstanding, I'm sure we can work it out.
Too late. I found the gemstone.
That's why I've never seen it before.
Just happened to be sitting here.
If you found that here in the town hall, it must have been planted. It was probably Captain DuPont.
Yeah, you're
as
not
the
speaker anymore.
Oh, really? Well, I guess this is it, isn't it? Francis Turner's corruption exposed. I bet everyone's overjoyed.
I would expect so.
All I ever wanted was for this town to stand up against the sorceress Medea. My intentions were good.
Not buying it. Where's the third gemstone?
I'm afraid that found its way into the coffers of Captain Coropati. Good luck recovering that. But
Can I make him burn?
told you
Can I
the
make him
truth.
burn now?
I assume this earns me some leniency, right?
I just want to make him burn. Fire! Fire!
So the speaker himself had the second gemstone.
Captain Coropati has the third.
Another pirate, I suspect. Seems those are
It is a
Francis
light hat
Turner's
with constitution
closest friends and
and
confidants.
less damage from
Oh, by
ranged
the way,
elemental attacks.
We'll need to escort Francis
And it
Captain DuPont
looks sort of
out
like a
town
wizard's
without
hat.
Leovic seeing.
Hard to say no to.
I'll talk to Quartermath. Oh, you read my mind. Yes, this gemstone should be taken back to the spire of Kochab to the southwest.
Oh,
Do
look.
be careful if you run into any ancient guardians there.
It's a bot.
I'm afraid you're quite indispensable
And-
at this point.
In charge of that bot is a worthless human being. Let's see. My current hat has got more armor, but this has constitution and has the less elemental damage. Plus, it also has the added benefit of making me look like a bad wizard. Alright, in this direction, down there. Return Food Hinode's set of brushes to her from where she left them at Elder Gate. Really? Okay. At what level can I join one of the factions? Can I join a faction? Already? Let's see. We'll zoom in. There are 3 factions in the game. Green, yellow, and purple. Purple is sort of the underworld. The yellow or golden is sort of the religious, and the green is the martial. Let's see if I can, in fact, sign up for one. I don't remember getting notified that I could. Used to be there was a quest. They would send you to talk to each of them in turn.
Glad tidings to you, friend. Lend me
Evidently
a ear
not
and
yet.
I'll weave you a yarn.
The answer is not yet. How am I doing for gold? Oops. I have 1,131 gold. I did spend about, I don't know, 60 or 80 buying materials so that I could make the staff and gauntlet. In fact, let's play a little with the gauntlet here. Dank Fur Hollow. Yum. Oh, hi. Hey, if it hadn't spawned right on top of me, I wouldn't have murdered it. Probably. And we got a free bonus Azov out of that. A little spotted hare. No, we need to go further in this direction. Oh. It's silver, our first silver vein. And it dropped a hat. That brown wolf must have eaten a farmer because it dropped a farmer's hat. Farmer's hat has int. Current one has 6 con. I'm going to have to say 6 con is probably better than 2 int. Up here, is this the correct place? Not yet, but it will be. More iron. But somebody has recently mined the other 2 nodes that were here. Thank you for deleting that, by the way.
The farms may be unproductive and overrun.
How many do you
You'd
need?
be surprised how much meat I can get out of one puma.
Puma,
Don't
puma,
slaughter
puma.
indiscriminately. We need the local
That looks like more
population.
iron. Again, someone got 2 out of the 3 nodes. Are they just leaving one to taunt and torment me? Possible. Alright, we need to find... Oh, more iron. We need to find pumas. Like that one. Elder Gate Puma. I got an animal eye out of that one, and yeah, that's it. Gamey lion meat. I like lion meat, but you know what's even better? When it's gamey We have a big elk. That is... Oh, Eldergate Puma. Need more pumas. Puma. And that one also dropped. Technically, they drop a bag that has the body giblet you're looking for. I think it got me before I could. Alright, that's all the meat. No. I need soft lion fur still. I got 1 out of the 3 soft lion fur. Did I not get the fur from one of them? Not sure how you can kill a puma that doesn't have any fur. Evidently, bald pumas are a thing. I had no idea. Alright, we got the lion fur. We can now... Right, they're back there, but over here we've got another thing that calls to us. Results of the ebb and scale reach. Don't care. Is this like Pirates? Looks like it's sort of piratey, but it's in the middle of the mountains, so... Mountain pirates? Is that a thing? With some creepy looking overgrown stuff. Are we close to the higher level map? We are, aren't we? Yes, that is the Elysian Wilds, the end game area, 60 to 65. My level is, of course, 18. So every single thing in the area has chunks of guys tougher than me in their stool. What are we looking for here? It should be over there in that little campsite. That is a frozen jackass. The Spire of Kochab or Kochab. We'll call him Dave. And now we gotta find the verdant gemstone here. Ice gauntlet up to 4. Supply crate. It's up above. That's going to require some climbing and stuff. Don't have jumping puzzles, but we do have climbing puzzles. And I missed the first one. I will place the verdant gemstone. I have placed the verdant gemstone. Am I supposed to? It was. Oh, only two of them are broken off. Two of the combo little puzzle thingies are broken off. So we have predator and prey there, and then the other stuff is there and there. How exactly am I supposed to get down from this place? There's another player here. Hello, other player. Oh, it's Medea.
Well, now. It seems someone has finally begun restoring my shrines. Why are people so quick to forget their history? Negligence is costly and never easily remedied.
So you did unleash this curse?
I could have, had I wanted to. But no. Some fools meddling with the shrines accomplished that. I am vexed, however. Quite vexed.
Not with me, though. I fixed it.
Forced to come here and deal with this. Arousing my ire is not wise.
How about arousing other things? I mean, your hat is awful, but I like your outfit.
Well, now.
She just, like, waved me off.
Finally begun restoring my shrines. Why are people so quick to forget their history? Negligence is costly, and never easily.
All right. I have succeeded with yet another quest. Because I'm a winner. Oh, lovely. Another bot. And another piece of crap human being who runs a bot farm. Do humanity a favor and... Oh, I don't know. Perform an unspeakable act upon yourself. I hate to get specific, lest Twitch object. But really, the amount of effort that would be taken, that would be necessary to be taken to remove this automated spam crap is basically zero. Not zero. Minimal. Zero was an exaggeration. An exaggeration for comic or contrasting effect.
Oh, wonderful. This will make a pleasant change from all the wolf meat we've been eating. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Who died?
Another hunter. Albrecht.
You want me to hunt down the
You
bear?
might want to bring a few friends.
My experience,
I don't
that
know
bear
where the
almost
bear is,
never
so
seems to
we'll have
actually
to track the bear
spawn.
down. I guess.
But there's a
that
bear
means
cave in
looking
that direction.
For whatever remains of poor Albrecht. Try looking near the lake.
Someone... Oh, there it is. It's a turquoise Prisma Bloom. Right, there's a bear cave there. But the bear is supposed to be over there. Well, we'll assume that the thing telling me where the bear is the accurate thing. Which is optimistic. More puma. Thank you for... we've got iron ore silver ore. It's a... And... Maddie, you don't like the snow? Oh, another one. Lovely. Seem to like the cold. A little cold, Scarecrow? I know that's not actually the way it went, but I'm not currently using fire. It does seem that using both is probably not the most optimal. I guess maybe if you're in a group where you'd be swapping so that you have access to all three of the special attacks in rotation. But probably a melee weapon to go with it would be the ideal choice. I don't think there are any melee weapons which have intelligence as... there must be one or more that have intelligence as at least a minor contributor. What was that? Another... Doesn't know what to do. It just stood there, eating Blizzard. Technically not Blizzard, but, you know. Wonder if they've got D4 running yet. Let's see. I did get another point in Ice Gauntlet. Wind Chill. Blasts a column of freezing winds. Pushes them back. I actually think that Pylon is probably better. What else do we have over here? Blocking. Increase movement speed. In a frosted area. Gain 15 mana whenever you critically hit. Increase damage of basic attacks by 15% for targets within. That seems to me to be really good. But we'll go ahead and we'll grab the Ice Pylon first. Tattered Cloth. Follow the trail of blood and cloth. Well, that doesn't sound good for somebody. Oh, we've got another. Another puma. Very aggressive. Very aggressive cats. I don't know, maybe this will lead us to the bear cave that I was speaking of. Does look like it might be doing that. Yeah. Seems like it's kind of done now. It's not actually a bear cave. Well, I guess maybe it is. Initially, it was a mine. Might be a bear in here. There's a big bear in here. It's Scratchy. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Scratchy. No sign of Itchy, but at least I took care of Scratchy. $9 red meat and 24 rawhide later. We've got a box. We have got a piece of lore, another box. A mining node that we're nowhere near being able to mine. That is 75. We're closer than I thought. But we can light this powder keg. Run away while it explodes. And it opens up another way out. Oh, bug. It dropped a bag of goodies. Yep, yeah. Something's chasing me. Something thinks I'm pretty. That something is right, I am pretty. At least I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty. Back.
Taking down that bear was
Tier
no
3
small
hatchet.
feat. It's such a relief
Versus
to
claw.
hunt in the area, knowing it will be a while before the bear comes back. Thanks again for helping out. We've got more reliable
I
food
already
now,
had a
thanks to
tier
you.
2 hatchet,
And
which does
camping near the
101
lake has
damage,
been
and this one
safer.
does 132 damage, which is,
Just wish
you may
it hadn't
notice,
been
significantly
too late
higher.
for Albrecht. I still haven't seen him return.
Oh, we've got pancakes. All right, back to the settlement where we have a turn-in and a quest. And we'll recall the inn. 10 seconds is faster than running, so it's 420 meters away. 10 seconds, that's 42 meters a second. That's like 150 feet a second. That's 50 yards a second. That's really fast. Upstairs? Yeah, upstairs. Foodie Hinode. Or Hinode. I don't know. Don't know how to pronounce either one of those names. Does anyone know of a name F-U-D-E? Could be feud, food, fouday, fuddy. I have no idea.
My brushes! Oh, thank you! I've painted so many places, I forgot where I left them.
Well, no distinctive
I tried
attempted
searching,
accent
but as
there
soon as
to
I
help
got
me with the
anywhere,
pronunciation on
inspiration would
those
strike,
names.
And I'd be painting with my second best set of
Yeah,
brushes.
are these your easels out
Not
there?
just
Yeah.
mine.
Artist's
I'm part
Pigments.
of a whole group of landscape
Ding
painters on the
19.
channel. You haven't lived until you've captured the clouds over the bay at sunset, or seen the sun peeking over the mountains at dawn.
Okay, you're really enthused about your painting. Got it. Still talking? No, she's done. Okay. Well, let's see. We've got Artist's Pigments. Purple, green, and blue. 2 of each. We have a Concealed Vault. Usually has some moats. Yep, some moats and a little bit of gold. We now have a magnificent hat blueprint to go with our boots and our pants, which we can use at 23, presumably, same as the others. We can... definitely get rid of that. Get rid of both of those. We have another level. Let's see, we're already hit 50, which was extra damage, targets inflicted with damage over time effects, and a chance for Azoth while harvesting at 75. Sorry, at 100, we'll gain 10% extra damage to light and heavy elemental attacks, and plus 50 weight we can carry. I was curious what else, other than ice and fire, Scales with intelligence. Void. Rapier. Dex and int. Dex and int. Strength and int for blunderbuss. So I would think either void, you can use the void gauntlet as a sort of a primarily as a melee weapon. So that might do to go with both gauntlets. That's kind of an attractive option. Rapier's pretty good too. Let's start poking with our rapier a little bit. We'll put that in the main hand slot. And see what we can do with that. All right, we need to speak with Satvik again. Satvik Agarwal, I think.
Always returning victorious
Yes,
and looking
Agrawal.
like it was a simple. Well enough, thank you. I only hope we can move fast enough to ensure there's still a
We've got another turn in over here. Or just outside of town, it seems like. This is where you'll see a lot of people doing dueling. Why? I never
Well,
got
look
the
at
dueling
you,
thing in MMOs.
breathing life back into this wee sad town. I'll be heading up
New
north.
pants, they're
I hear
heavy.
there's a bigger town up there. More modern. This town's... You've got it covered. Oh, we'll cross paths again. As
Warden's
surely as
annual.
day follows night. You're a restless spirit, same as I. Go help the druid.
I'm a
girl,
restless
then
spirit,
catch up
same
with
as
me in
her.
the north. Until then, keep your eyes on the horizon.
And keep reaching for the stars. Well, that's an old guy reference right there. Let's see. We're going to head back into town. Need to do a little crafting. See what we can do with silver, the small amount of silver we got. I mean, I know we can turn it into silver ingots. And the iron into iron ingots. And we've got enough silver ingots for 19, or enough silver for 19 ingots. And our smelting is up to 47 and a half. Let's see, jewelry. That is that engineering? No. Stone cutting is for cutting of gems, amongst other things. So I can cut these gems and get a little bit of stone cutting experience, and maybe get what I want to put into an item when that becomes available. When I get sockets. I think I already have all 4 of the iron crafting tools. I thought those were made here. Am I wrong? No, it's heavy armor. Must be at engineering then. Right, that's wood. be able to see for here. With the magnificent hat is also level 23. I'm not sure it's that magnificent looking, but we will be wearing the boots, the hat, and the pants once we get to level 23. We will throw as much Azoth as we can and use any crafty bits we have to bump them up to extra high quality goodness. What's my current numbers on that? 21. At some point I'll probably have to start grinding through some of this stuff. Here we go. So we can make silver. Flawed amber. That requires cut, right? I can make silver chain. I can make a silver setting. And we can grab a jewel and make ourselves an amulet. This is better than what we're wearing. Our current amulet is got 2 con. This will probably end up better. What gems do we have as the options? Well, what we can do is stone cutting. Stone cutting? Stone cutting. The socketing information is, the top one is what benefit you get if you socket it into a weapon. The bottom one is what benefit you get if you socket it into armor. In this case, we're just going to be getting the base effect, I think. Not even that. I can see. We actually have to look in here to see what we would get. So amulet was like nature absorption or something. The first one. There it is. Amber, amber, amber. So that would be nature ward, abyssal ward, ice absorption, generate less threat, physical and elemental damage absorption. That seems pretty good. I have a diamond. I'm going to cut that and we should get another. Oh, that's level 25. I can't use it yet anyway. These are all level 25. Okay, so no point in making those yet since I can't use them or abuse them. Here, we'll drop off again. Stuff into the stash. The stashes are not connected, but on the positive side, you can move items between them freely. It's sort of a makeshift. They didn't have, because they were initially built that every town had its own stash. And never the twain shall meet. You had to move them manually, and that was a real pain in the ass. Unsurprisingly. They changed it into this system where presumably they don't have the infrastructure, the base infrastructure built into the game to allow them to unify all of the stashes into one. So they do allow you to move the items between them, which is pretty good. Alright, we've got 1, 2 over yonder. What is that? That is Hope and Service. Covenant Initiation Quest. Though the initiation quests have opened up, I'm not sure at what point that happened. But we'll have to go north for that. But first of all, we've got Shot Across the Bow. I have to defeat Shamgar. That Shamgar guy. Just a jerk. Or, instead, I can head north to Everfall. All the way up to Oxborough, the capital, and grab the initiation. Plus, there are a couple quests out there as well. And that map is 1 to 25. That is a 16. We'll finish these off first, I think. $390 meters. We've got a couple of them. We've got 2 and 1. head to 2 first, I think. Turkey. That's in the way. We'll head to 1 first. Whoop, 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 whoop. Keeping my eye peeled on the compass at the top to see if any more, say, mining bits pop up. Go a little bit out of my way to see if any will show up. It does look like... Oh, we've got iron. Hasn't shown up on the compass yet. Still hasn't. Still hasn't. There we are. Oh, it's not iron. It's something I don't think I... It is iron. Why is it? Oh! I thought it looked like it was flaming or something, but no, that's the shadows and light peeking through the trees, making it look like it was sort of incandescent. We will grab the waypoint, or whatever the hell they call them in this game. I can never remember. Mining is now up to level 35. I can now track silver. And that's more iron. There will be so much harvesting ganking going on the 15th. Where people will be trying to ninja all the iron veins and almost any of the low-level stuff to try and get a head start. Bobcat. We'll grab the fast travel point. We now have it. One shot across the bow. Speak with Nessa Harrower about Captain Corapati. That's a node of some kind. But I'm sure I can't harvest. Oh, blueberries. I will grab the blueberries. And maybe upset this Lynx. Yep, Lynx is upset. The Lynx was upset. It is a peppered Lynx. That sounds delicious. I know what I'm having for a late night snack. There is at least two lynxi over there. Regardless, that is, I think, an orichalcum node and is way, way, way too high for me to harvest. So I won't. Alright, this guy's undoubtedly got a quest. Michael Lewis.
Won't just watch Windswood go to hell. You know how the Swarmans has destroyed the farm.
The pirates will be well defended. I already thought of that. Avenging fire.
Those stockpiled powder cakes are just
Blunderbuss.
asking for a stray song.
He wants me to travel to the Dragon's Teeth Falls to thwart the pirates, sabotage 5 cannons, and set fire to their powder kegs. And meanwhile, Nessa wants...
I'm glad you're here. Well, just patience will win the day. I'd recommend taking out the alligator first. Oh, there should be some catwalks to help you keep your distance.
Right, that's over there, and that's over there.
I believe in you.
Oh, great, she believes in me. Well, that makes all the difference in the world. 375 meters. 300 meters. All right, this one first, I guess. So in here I need to defeat Moon Shadow Guardians and Kisari the Taskmaster and collect his heart. I'm sure he won't miss it. You have lots of nuts around here? According to the display on the squash. Oh, they have a lot of squash. I recognized it as food. I didn't realize it was squash. Lots of wild squash. Perhaps even pumpkins. Punkin. Another dragon glory. That is a Moon Shadow Mage, and over there, a Moon Shadow Sentinel. Oh, he's retreating. I hate anti-exploit modes in games. They always fucking suck. Never stops them from exploiting. Alright, what am I looking for? I have to defeat Kisser? Is that the... Presumably, the arrow indicator is where Kisser is. Guess I'll just work my way in, murdering anyone who crosses my path. The way you do, you know. We've got a box of some kind, and that thing woke up. I did not wake that up. I think there was another critter over there. Another bad guy. Box of goodies. An ancient urn. 2 void metal and some iron cartridges. Alright, that's got to be the boss guy. That is the boss guy. He's got lots of friends. I wish that wasn't the case. He's not actually anti-exploiting, much to my surprise. But he brought all of his friends. Oh, another one. That's not great. For the good guys. That would be me, by the way. I want to be clear about that. I'm the good guy. They're not. I just kite around, letting my spells do damage to them as quick as possible. Whoops. And I got him. Taskmaster's Heart. We've got a chest up here. I would like to grab that. Having earned it, facing off against a whole kit and caboodle of them. I don't know exactly how many's in a kit and caboodle, but that was certainly it. Let's see. We need to head in that direction. Pardon me, sir. Pardon me, guys. Just trying to get out of here. Don't mind me. Pay no attention to the man behind the ice gauntlet. You get the little blue respawn glow, and I was kind of like flinch away most of the time. It's a rabbit like that just popped up. Alright, I need to talk to somebody up there. There's another rabbit, I think. Yep, another coney. A brace of conies, Mr. Frodo.
I know you're aware of our supply.
That is Galantis.
Any loom patterns you find will help immensely. I'll be able to get our
big
production up and running with the new patterns without having to come up with the designs myself. And
he wants me to go back in there,
so
doesn't
much
he?
Time.
Son of a bitch. No, that's a different location. Fabric samples there. Oh my, fabric samples? Are you shitting me? Fabric samples? From the undead? I cannot help it, monsieur. They have the very finest in taste. Got some kind of ore nodes here. There's iron. Clank. Also clank. Still more clank. A lot of clank, no rattle, but we've got clank. And there's the next one. There's somebody else out there. Fighting lynxes. That's leveled. That's the attributes. And we also weapon masteried up the ice gauntlet. I think I liked that one. No. Increase basic damage. Damage of basic attacks. That's the light and the heavy. Targets within 15. Increase critical damage of ice gauntlet abilities by 10% while stamina is full. Cooldown for the ability to reduce it by 10% if it hits. Gain whenever you mono, you hit 3 consecutive lights. Ice storm damage is increased by 10% to enemies below 50% health. That's not a big deal. Let's see, over here we've got increase the damage of the pylon by 10% against slowed targets. Isn't it slowing them? Yeah, we'll go with that one, I think. What do we have here? Yeah, and we got another Windsward Point. See, this one only is like 2.8% additional standing gain. That's just not very much. I think we'll start lowering the crafting fees in Windsward, and we'll turn Windsward into our crafting home, so to speak. There's a 2 not very far away here. We'll grab that. Oh, we've got more iron. I do not recall ever seeing as much iron as I have over the last 2 days. Maybe it's because this is such a mature server that people are less interested in farming up the iron. Certainly it's going to be a lot busier on the 15th. That's for damn sure. Four veins. 5 veins. Right near each other. That's really unusual. Grab the big one. Quite unusual. What do we have in 3? We have Dragon's Teeth. Killing pirates and stuff. There's another player here. That usually makes things better, as we basically both tag everything. Oh, it's a turkey. Whatever we need is over there. So it's got to be a cannon or a powder keg. And there is a dude. That was not particularly good shooting on my part. I'm gonna go ahead and eat a little something, you know. We'll try that again. Up. Ignite the powder keg, and then get away from it before it blows up, so that it doesn't blow me up. Blow up any time now. That'd be fine. There we go. Alright, the other player is going this way. So I will leverage the fact that he's clearing stuff out. Kaboom. These kind of sort of enclosed areas can be very, very tricky. Whoop! That one's already lit. I need 3 more cannons. Because of respawns. Respawns can make things very tricky. And the respawn rates generally are pretty quick, which may not be optimal for you, the player. saw me or not. Two more cannons. Conveniently located right here. And they're going to give me something else in this area? Probably. Oh, great. Yeah, we've got two things in here we need to do. Defeat Mate Shamgar. And travel to Toita's last refuge to thwart the pirates. Pardon me. Hopefully that guy won't see me. He didn't. That is the first mate. Did I get something else mad at me, or I guess he just had that big attack on his own. No, there's something else out there too. Yeah, there's another guy out there. Oh, good, another one. All right, now more stuff to do over here. Nope, can't get that one yet. All right, over here. We need to eliminate the alligator Susanna and obtain the verdant gemstone from Captain Corpati. That's right. Susanna is the alligator. Oh, that's silver. That's Captain Corpati. And the alligator is Susanna, right there. I got Susanna. What I don't like is now I get the oh so not at all joyous thing of fighting my way out. I hated this so much in Star Wars The Old Republic. They got to the point where they found a workaround so that you could always just sort of teleport out of any instanced space or any sort of enclosed space. But in this case, it's going to depend on where the NPCs I have to talk to are. They're both over there. I do have the fast travel to there. We're going to use that right now. Oh, we can't use it right now. That's right. You can only go to. Oh, we can indirectly. We can just call to in and then travel to that. That'll work. You see, you got this long sort of inlet, and you need to fight your way all the way through, blowing stuff up. and killing bad guys, and you get to the end, and then you have to do it all the way back out because everything's respawned. It is such a bad design in every game ever. This game is not the worst, but it's not good. Alright, we've got nothing in here, so we're going to fast travel over to there. A lot of the old D&D dungeons, they used to sort of wind themselves around so you'd end up like on a ledge over where you came in. So you'd be able to hop down a couple of ledges to exit to where you came in. Other than that, you had to teleport somewhere, and that was always felt like a terrible choice too. I think that lynx is probably going to aggro upon me. Indeed it has. We need to go a little bit west to turn in a couple of quests. West quests.
Splendid! You clearly weren't eaten by the alligator, and you don't even have any rips
after
on your
dodging
clothes.
an attack in a light equipped
now
load,
I
lose
regret
1
not
dot
tagging
debuff.
along to watch. It must
that's
have been an impressive
bad.
sight. Most importantly, agreed. While you head to Sirius, I'll visit town and make sure preparations are underway.
Michael
That'll
Lewis.
teach them. I could see those explosions from here. With any luck, that will bring us a spell of peace from the pirates.
From the pirates. Concealed vaults, tier 3. So I think more moats and more gold. Yep. We can now get rid of the old blunderbuss. We had 2 blunderbusses. That's a nice gauntlet that's nowhere near as good as the one I'm currently using, so away. Perfectly salvaged. It gave me some arcane scraps. I'm just very, very good at salvaging, clearly. Let's see, that's 7 con, which is better than 2 con. And it has the dot cleanse. I'll take that. More constitution is good. A little more health. I'm up to 2,335 health, morale, hit points, whatever you want to call it. All right, we've got one more thing here. We need to travel to the Bottomless Cup, which I think is the aforementioned big-ass bridge. Or, as was pointed out at the time, what's an ass bridge? Perfectly reasonable question. I have to agree. Gotta say, the Ice Gauntlet feeling better than the Fire Staff. Where are we? I don't see anything directly ahead, despite the fact that it's on the map. It's not showing up here anywhere. So collect fine ancient fabric from Starstream enemies. Okay, I guess it's just the area mobs. Yeah, Starstream Enforcer. Right, he had an ancient fabric. I need to collect 5. More river cress. So in, what, like 5 hours of play, I've got my harvesting up to almost 60. So at the lower tiers, it's really not that difficult to get harvesting stuff up, depending on which harvesting skill you're talking about. And definitely keeping my light armor load on so that I can do the backward dodge. It should be 5. And the next one is to travel to a location called Sirius. Don't take the world serious. And I don't know where the hell that is. Should be the number 2, so it should be in that direction, northwest. I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, that's Sirius. That the numbers keep jumping around on me. Alright, I think that's the area we were in previously, where we had to fight our way into the boss, and got the boss, and his friend, and another friend. They weren't that friendly, truth be told. Ooh, looks like this. Oh, no, the full moon's up. I was about to say I think the sun is rising because it's getting lighter, but no, it's actually the reverse. The moon is getting brighter. There's a great science fiction story by Larry Niven called Inconstant Moon, which I would recommend. Not that I don't think anyone reads old science fiction anymore, other than old science fiction readers like me. I know Larry Niven's Ringworld had been optioned a number of years back. Well, there is Ancient Guardian Regent. Restore the verdant gemstone. Alright, well, he's got to go then. Ancient loom patterns. I'll have. That's all the ones I needed to get. Place the verdant gemstone. Rotate the statues. Oh crap. Whatever I needed to do, I just did.
In their false victories, deluding themselves when the true test is still to come.
Alright. Well, whatever needed doing, I got it done did. More iron. Well, the sun is rising. Ringer will probably be the oldest sci-fi you've read, but that was like 30 years ago. It's a great book. The sequel has some nice, interesting touches. One of the things it did, the sequel was based on some of the changes they'd learned about physics. How a ring world by itself would not, in fact, be stable. And would require some adjustments, and that's part of the storyline for the sequel. Level 20. I have just dinged 20. I get a ring slot. The Azoth staff slot is opened. I think 3v3 PvP, which is something that I have zero interest in. But I think that is the last bit of this storyline from here for this level. So when we go back to town, we have 2 quests ready to turn in, and then tomorrow we can teleport to there. If we have that, we don't. We can then run to there and turn in that one, and then continue north, get the fishing basics turned in, and hit one of the 3 faction quests. Probably purple the Syndicate, because they're way more edgelordy. Oh, I have to wait 4 minutes or spend 10 Azoth. Yeah, we'll wait 4 minutes because I'm going to give you my spiel. I want to thank you guys for hanging out. I am very, very appreciative. I should be back at the usual time tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. Probably with more of this, more leveling up, getting back into the field. What I'm hoping to do is kind of what I'm doing, which is figure out what I want to play on the 15th. So I was going to be going Occultist to get the weapons I was wielding, the Fire Staff and the Ice Gauntlet. Fire Staff wasn't that impressive. The Ice Gauntlet feels much better. I also want to try out the Void Gauntlet, which has a really good melee function, where you can turn your Void Gauntlet, instead of going pew pew, you can turn it into this sort of void sword. And hey, if you can have a lightsaber, you can have a void saber fist weapon type thing. There are a couple other things I want to poke at. I really did enjoy when they came out first, the Void Gauntlet and the Flail. I'm not sure it's a great combo, but I did enjoy both of them. Oh, fine, screw it. We'll go ahead and fast travel. Oh, I'm not at a place where I can fast travel. Fine. Fine, then. I guess we're going to move over to there the old-fashioned way. We're going to hoof it. So I'm not quite done yet. You guys aren't rid of me yet. Much as you might like. Not quite there yet. Oop. Big cat. Is he going to chase me? Is the kitty going to chase me? Doesn't sound like it's chasing me. No, it doesn't look like it's chasing me either. We have lots of undeadites. Let's see if we can avoid the undeadites and make our way through one of the gaps here. Is that an undeadite? Nope, that's a wabbit. That, I think, is an undeadite, though. Yes, it is. But hey, an undeadite without legs is going to have a little bit of problem catching up to me. I mean, I don't like to make fun of the obviously handicapped, but you got no legs. I say that immediately it leaps through the air and flails at me doing damage. Do not mock the undead handicapped, as apparently they don't take well to that. Can I get through here? Maybe? Possibly? Yep. Alright, well, that was successful. We'll grab a little blight root on the way, turn in the quest, head back to town.
Did you defeat the taskmaster?
Heavy boots.
Let me see what you found. Hell no. Simon. Yes. Simon carried the legendary antiquarian's eyepiece, allowing the wearer to inspect.
Fast travel. Now it's down to 15 seconds. So we got here. We'll travel to the inn in 12 seconds. 10. So in the upcoming days, it's possible, because I'm going to watch some people playing Diablo 4's new expansion. The action's not on cooldown, you lying. I may pick up the expansion and be playing that sometime in the near future. My expectation for tomorrow is more New World. On the 15th, we have the New World. I don't want to call it a relaunch, but the launch of Eternum, which is the new cross-platform client, which has some new additions like the archetype system for new characters and so on, and fresh servers. And I'll be playing that. That's on the 15th. On the 19th, we have a most regrettable occurrence. My annual mortality reminder day. Another successful lap around the sun. You might call it a birthday. I go with annual mortality reminder day.
Did you manage to restore the last verdant gemstone? Strange. Corinth, you definitely should. But now that we've restored the third gemstone, I'm going to visit the druidic...
And I'll be enjoying an enormous amount of adult leisure beverages that night. And I will be also playing a game, whatever game is appealing to me that night. So those are the only immediate plans I've got for the next couple of weeks. Talk to this guy.
Oh,
nice hat.
Thanks,
Lionel.
Utterly. Oh, you are a dear.
That's.
But not yet.
Wind's word up to tier 10.
Get these to the people of Corinth. Once the settlement is reclothed, then perhaps.
And that is
I'll
more
have time to
storage.
pursue my studies.
We like storage around here. We have one more turn in here in town. So that is what I have upcoming in the way of plans. Not much in the way of plans. Maybe Diablo. Probably more of this. And then the Eternum launch on the 15th and the Annual Mortality Reminder Day. Oop.
Thank the stars you've returned. Unfortunate, sadly, Lord. He's overwhelmed with the duties of town guard captain. So he sent some...
Got another one to turn in here in town. As long as this keeps going, I'll keep playing. Could be here all night. Probably won't be, but I could be. I'm not Covenant. If you have the right rep, depending on the guild that controls the town, you may have access to that little supply dump. I was planning on joining the Covenant, but by the time I join it, who knows, the town may have changed hands and be in the control of another guild entirely. See what this person's got for me?
Good thing you're here, comrade.
Of course it is,
Caravan
comrade.
came under attack at the Bulrush Wash River crossing. I'm told it's a full onslaught of lost.
So that's the main story quest.
Recover what you can.
That's a level 11?
Including the speaker's letter to Medea.
That's a level
And prepare the
25.
wagon.
That's the
Strength be
expedition.
with you.
Then we've got that. So that'll be tomorrow. I'll be heading over there. I might play some more tonight, but probably it'll just be doing some crafting, probably not some actual gameplay. Although, who knows with me. My mind is like a BB in a coconut bouncing around. I never know where it's going to go. But I want to thank you guys again for hanging out. As always, I really do appreciate it. I should be back at the usual times tomorrow. Probably with more of this. Maybe with D4, but I'm leaning against it. Regardless, I want to thank you guys very much for hanging out. I hope the rest of your Monday evening goes great. And as always, I try to set an achievable goal. I hope the rest of your work week doesn't suck. I'm back tomorrow. Have a great night tonight. Take care and...